woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. And I lit my first, watched a small kid cussing at a can he was kicking. Then I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I'd lost somehow, somewhere along the way. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on the sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the song they were singing. Then I headed back for home, and somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on the sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. On the sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. City in a little subdivision. Her dad
daddy wore a tie, mama never fried a chicken. Ballet, straight A's, most likely to succeed. They bought her a car after graduation, sent her down south for some higher education, put her on the fast track to a law degree. Now she's coming home to visit, holding the hand of a wild-eyed boy with a farmer's tan. She's riding in the middle of his pickup truck, blaring Charlie Daniels, yelling, turn it up. They raised her up a lady, but there's one thing they couldn't avoid. Ladies love country boys.
Yeah, we do.
Mamas and daddies won't better for their daughters. Hope they'll settle down with a doctor or a lawyer, and their uptown ball gown hand-me-down royalty. They never understand why Princess falls for some camouflage breeches and a southern boy drawl, or why she's riding in the middle of his pickup truck, blaring Hank Jr., yelling, turn it up. They raised her up a lady, but there's one thing they couldn't avoid. Ladies love country boys.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they do. Try to teach them right from wrong, but you're still gonna turn them on. And they go riding in the middle of his pickup truck, blaring Leonard Skinner, yelling, turn it up. You can raise her up a lady, but there's one thing you just cannot avoid. Ladies love country, ladies love country, ladies love country boys. Yeah, they do. I mean, they love us country boys. Yeah, it must be the track of the song.
Give it up for Trace Adkins and that baritone voice.
She was staring out the window of their SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school. She kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're gonna miss them. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. So take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss them. She knows it, she's a brand new bride in her one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. She starts talking about babies and buying a house. Daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down, 'cause you're gonna miss them. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. Take a good look around. You may not know it now. You're gonna miss this. 5 years later, there's a pump working on a water heater. Dogs barking, phones ringing. One kid's crying, one kid's screaming, and she keeps apologizing. But he says, hey, don't bother me. Got 2 babies of my own. One's 36, one's 33. It's hard to believe, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. Take a good look around. You may not know it now. You're gonna miss this. Yeah, you're gonna miss this.
Mr. Trace Adkins.
I've been thinking about our love situation, all this attraction in the present tense. I've reached the only logical conclusion. night we're gonna get down. I thought you might like this brand new baby blue dress. I figured out about 9:45 we'll be partied out and heading there. You and me alone, darling, doing what we do best. Big time, we're gonna have one. Big time, we're gonna grab some. Loving, hugging, cuddling up and rendezvous. 'Cause I'm in love with you. Big time. A little music, a sip of champagne, by candlelight, just doing our thing. Let the crowd wonder what in the world happened to us. Well, they can boogie woogie all night long. Let them dance until the cows come home. For what we want, they're so honky-tonk and enough. Talking about a big time, we're gonna have one. Big time, we're gonna grab some. Loving, hugging, cuddling up and rendezvous. 'Cause I'm in love with you. Big time. That's right. Girl, I'm talking about a big time, we're gonna have one. Big time, we're gonna grab some. Loving, hugging, cuddling up and rendezvous. 'Cause I'm in love with you. Big time now. Yeah, I'm in love with you. Big time. Girl, I'm talking about a big time. Big time, baby. Now I'm talking about it, girl. I'm coming whether you're looking for it, and I got your big time, baby. I told you I'd leave a light on in case you ever wanted to come back home. You smiled and said you appreciate the gestures. I took your every word to heart, 'cause I can't stand us being apart. And just to show how much I really miss you, every light in the house is on, the backyard's bright as a crack of dawn. The front walk looks like runway lights. It's kinda like noon in the dead of night. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired of being gone. Every light in the house is on. If I should ever start forgetting, I'll turn the lights off one by one, so you can see that I agree it's over. But until then, I want you to know, if you look south, you'll see a glow. That's me waiting at home each Every light in the house is on. Still waiting. Thank you. That video was nominated for Video of the Year, and we just shot that video just about 20 miles north of here. We came down here to Austin to shoot that video, and had a good time doing it. It's hot, but anyway, after that song came out and did pretty well for us, I got with my old buddy Trey, and we wrote a song about what that guy felt like sitting at the house with the lights on. So I've been that fella before. I know exactly how he felt. Appreciate it. Good to see y'all. Good to be here. Do some stuff for y'all out. Well, I don't know what you had in mind when you whispered those words to me. Maybe some fun, maybe someone he would temporarily. But if you keep making me feel this good whenever I'm close to you, it's only fair I make you aware of what you're about to get into. If I fall, you're going with me. It's a long way down, and I ain't about to go it alone. If I give all my heart, you better get ready, girl, 'cause you're going with me. If I fall, I'm not saying it's all your fault, but what's a man supposed to do? Trying to play it safe gets harder every day with a woman like you. Now maybe you don't know what dangerous ground that you're walking on now, but every time your lips touch my lips, you're closer to finding out. 'Cause baby, if I fall, you're going with me. It's a long way down, and I ain't about to go it alone. If I give all my heart, you better get ready, girl, 'cause you're going with me. If I fall, if I give all my heart, you better get ready, girl, 'cause you're going with me. If I fall, oh, 'cause I'll hold on to you tight, baby. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here's the one that I think got everything going for us. And, you know, I hadn't been doing this too long yet, and I travel around the country, and I've got 3 or 4 songs that did real well for us across the nation. But when I come to Texas, I got 4 because this one did good for us in Texas.
Somewhere early on in the process, I've I messed around and said this was my favorite song on this record, so
Now we're holding you to
I
it.
have to stick to it. So yeah, it's just a reflective, introspective, poignant song for me, where I find myself in my life and my career, and you know, it's just a recognition of where I'm at, you know, and having to admit that to myself too. So it's watered down. I don't go all in, but I'll take a gamble, and I don't burn both ends of the candle anymore. I take the corners slower and steady. This chip on my shoulder, it ain't so heavy anymore. We still fly like gypsies, just a little closer to the ground. We still love our whiskey, but now it's just a little watered down. Girls I could have married someone else. These torches I still carry burn like hell the way they used to. Backside of 40 ain't near as crazy. Sunday morning near as hazy anymore. We still fly like gypsies, just a little closer to the ground. We still love our whiskey, but now it's just a little watered down. Old ghosts still chase me. Feels like they're losing ground. Yeah, I'm still crazy, but now I'm just a little watered down. Watered down. This night on to 11. Those thoughts in your head and those pillows on your bed and that dress, these lights, they're all better off. All better off. I love that lipstick on your lips, but if it fades with every kiss, then let me tell it like it is. It's better off, put the lock on the door, drop the needle on the record, kick your shoes on the floor, turn this night on to 11. But those thoughts in your head and those pillows on your bed and that dress, these lights, they're all better off. Everybody's going out tonight, but I got something else on my mind. Put the lock on the door, drop the needle on the record, kick your shoes arms on the floor. Turn this night on to 11. Those thoughts in your head and those pillows on your bed and that dress, these lights, they're all better off. They're all better off. Oh, everybody's going out tonight. Oh, but we're better off. We're all better off.
Welcome to Opry Live on Circle Network. As you can already tell, this is going to be a very special night. Trace Adkins and Dustin Lynch drove here from their homes to play music for you, and Blake Shelton didn't drive in at all. He'll be coming to us from a ranch in Oklahoma. All right, I'm Bobby Bones. If you love this show tonight, then the Circle Network was made for you. We're not only the TV home of the Opry, but also many other great country music shows as well. So check us out, the Circle Network. We're in your city. Go to circleplus.com or your cable guide to find out where. If you're on Dish, you'll find the Opry on channel 102. Here in Nashville, we have the best mayor's office in the country. Thanks to him and Vanderbilt Medical Center for their guidance in keeping us safe and healthy. Also, we can keep the music tradition alive for you every Saturday night. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get to the stage. Trace and Dustin and Blake will be joining us from Oklahoma in just a little bit. Live from the Opry. This is going to be a very special night. The circle is unbroken. Let's go to the stage. My friends, Trace Adkins and Dustin Lynch, and very soon, Blake Shelton from Oklahoma. Here we go.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. It's kind of weird. Here we are, Dustin, my friend Dustin Lynch, with us tonight in an empty house, but we will not be silenced. The show's going to go on.
Absolutely.
So we're really happy to be here tonight and really glad that my best friend joining us from Oklahoma tonight, Mr. Blake Shelton, is here somewhere, I think. And we're going to hear him sing. I think the first song he's going to do is God's Country.
Yep.
Go on, Blake.
So about no more than a year and a half ago, I guess, I was out on the ranch here in Oklahoma, and I was actually doing some work. I wasn't on a tractor. I was on a little thing called a skid steer. Some people call them a bobcat. I guess that's a brand name. But I was doing a little work, little mulching work, grinding up some small trees and things. And I got an email from Scott Hendricks, and he said, "Hey man, I don't know what you're doing and what your plans are, but if you're thinking about music or thinking about recording, I was going to send a few songs your way." And it was funny that he sent me that text or email because I was thinking at that time period, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do with, with recording and stuff? I just didn't really know where I fit in anymore. Not that I felt like I didn't fit in. I just didn't know what my next move was going to be and what made the most sense for me because, the music industry is changing so rapidly. That anyway, I said, well, man, send some songs, and I figured out how to work the little Bluetooth thing there in my skid steer, and this is the first song that he sent me, and so I was mesmerized. I was shocked. I probably listened to this thing, 10 times in a row. I just couldn't believe that this song was sent to me in that moment of wondering what I was going to do next, because the answer was, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to continue to make records that move me, just like this song.
Right outside of this one church town, there's a gold dirt road to a whole lot of nothing. Got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. We
pray for rain and thank him when it's falling, 'cause it brings a grain and a little bit of money. We put it back in the plate. I guess that's why they call it God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a been-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven-bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. We turn the dirt and work until the week's done. We take a break and break bread on Sunday, then do it all again, 'cause we're proud to be from God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a been-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven-bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. I don't care what my headstone reads or what kind of pine wood box I end up in. When it's my time, lay me 6 feet deep in God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water, shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a been-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven-bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. Yeah, I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a been-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven-bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country.
I'm always afraid he's going to blow a gasket singing that song. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I was singing the high harmony part on that.
You nailed it.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did.
I was way up there.
They have your mic
I
on?
was singing
You sounded
as high
great.
as- I know, it was awesome. Oh, yeah, whatever. Speaking of awesome, do your latest number one.
All right.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. So I got to kick off what is now a crazy year, 2020, with I guess the first number one song of the year, and it was actually inspired by a good buddy of mine that farms soybeans and corn up in Kentucky, and I woke up one morning, and he had sent me some videos in the middle of the night, and I realized that I'd missed out on a great time the night before. He was riding through one of his cornfields with 3 girls in the cab of his truck, going, "Where are you at?" And so I took that. I was like, man, I got to write a song about some sort of party on wheels. So I went into the studio literally later that day, and we wrote this song, Riding Roads. So here's one called Riding Roads. Riding Roads. Riding Roads. This town ain't got no nightclub. We don't need the neon light. Girl, I got that 87 gassed up 30 early after in your drive. That you bullet in a koozie, keep it ice cold. You take a sip before we get gone. Looking at you with your hand out the window. I'm turning right while you're turning me on. Riding roads that don't nobody go down. Little trip through the countryside. These 38s are making the world go round. I hit a curve just to make you slide. The only lights are flashing yellow. The only thing that I want is your kiss. I'm loving nothing to do with you, baby. Just riding roads on a night like this. Out there where the moon hits the water, out there where your lips hit mine. I don't know where we are, 'cause somebody stole the street signs. I'ma take my sweet time, yeah. 'Cause I could go on forever with you there riding shotgun, yeah. All our friends are probably making plans, baby. Hey, when we already got one, we'll be riding roads that don't nobody go down. A little trip through the countryside. These 38s are making the world go round. I hit a curve just to make you slide. The only lights are flashing yellow. The only thing that I want is your kiss. I'm loving nothing to do with you, baby. Just riding roads on a night like this. Just riding roads on a night like this. I got one hand on the wheel and I got the other trying to cross the line. Yeah, the way you make me feel, I wanna keep it rolling till the sun rise. Riding roads that don't nobody go down. Little trip through the countryside. These 38s are making the world go round. I hit a curve just to make you slide. The only lights are flashing yellow. The only thing that I want is your kiss. I'm loving nothing to do with you, baby. Just riding roads on a night like this. Just riding roads on a night like this. Riding roads.
We'll be right back after this.
Tonight's Opry performance is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Let's get back to nature.
Hey, glad you guys are here. It's another great week. We're super pumped that you're here. We're glad we keep the music going. We just want the shows to be amazing every week, and thank you for your feedback, and thank you for sharing that the Opry is still rolling. And every time you share this, maybe a friend's seeing the Opry for the first time. So if you're watching the stream now, just click that share button. That'd be cool. Now let me say this, that Verizon's Pay It Forward Live is our partner tonight. We're super excited about that because there's so much good happening right now. You're seeing a lot of people get together and do a lot of great things, and Verizon is a part of that too. They want to encourage everyone to support small businesses. One way you can support is to go to verizon.com/payitforwardlive, and you can purchase gift cards there that support small businesses in your area. I was looking at this a minute ago, and for me, there are a couple places I wanted to mention. First of all, like, my hair doesn't just cut itself. I gotta be honest with you. Greenpeace Salon, which is kind of in West Nashville, and my hairstylist Crystal, they're local. You know, they haven't been able to be open. They're not gonna be able to be open for a bit. So it goes to help out people like that, like Greenpeace Salon, which, by the way, just a tip, what I do is, if you can, I get on my Venmo, and like my hairstylist, for example, when I'm supposed to get a haircut and I can't get one from her, I just send her $50 because I know she, like a lot of people, are struggling right now. And I was like, hey, appreciate you, wish I could get a haircut right now, but you know, just trying to look out for her. So if you can do that too, if you can look out for somebody, that's what Verizon's doing here too. We're looking out for each other. Also, I'll say this, if you come to Nashville, you should go to Nashville. You know, it's one of the places that when you're like, where do I go? Because you might see someone like Vince Gill there. So in Vince's honor, I'm going to shout out Nashville too. So again, go over to verizon.com/payitforwardlive to purchase gift cards that support the small businesses in the area, in your area, you know, help out where you need it the most. So that's one of the things happening tonight. Obviously, this is the first time I've been a part of anything like this, where we have Dustin and we have Trace and we also have Blake, and maybe a surprise, which is kind of a surprise. Like, you probably already know because it's been all over the news, but it's a really cool show. We have people all over the place. Talk about social distancing. We got, like, what is it, like 500 miles or so? So just glad you guys are here. I'm going to read back some of the comments a little later on as to, you know, what you guys think of the show and the past shows. And I was able to just to look at the Garth and Trisha comments too from last week. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm Bobby Bones. Let's go back to the stage now. We're at the Opry. The circle is unbroken. Here is Dustin and Trace. We'll see you guys in just a second.
Welcome back to the Grand Ole Opry, coming to you live from the Opry House. I'm here with my buddy Dustin Lynch, and you just heard my old friend Blake Shelton sing, and he's joining us now live from Oklahoma. Blake Shelton. Hey, Blake.
Hello, and hello to you, Dustin Lynch. I love you.
What's up, brother? Love you back.
And thank you. And Trace, I love you too.
Oh,
I still don't feel like 600 miles is quite enough social distancing for you and I.
Yeah, I like it better when you're in California. Yeah, it's a little too close for comfort. This is the way we should only talk, is like this on the Zoom.
I know. I wonder if when we tour again, and hopefully next time it won't get called off halfway through. I wonder if I can just have you do this Zoom Skype thing or whatever we're doing for your performance each night, so I don't have to sit by you. I'm just wondering.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it. All right. How's the whole sequestering thing been going for you guys?
Isn't sequestrian like horse
I thought
sports
I said
and things
sequester.
like
I didn't say sequester. What sequester? What'd you say? You said sequestrian.
Oh my God, you're so hillbilly. I can't even understand your language.
Okay, well, how you doing since hiding? That's better.
I'm loving it. I got to be honest with you. I hate these circumstances, but I love being home for a couple of months. I haven't been home for a couple of months in a row since probably high school. So having a fun spring, planting a bunch of, tomatoes, sweet corn, all that. I'm actually doing country things that country singers sing about. I'm actually doing it this time.
Me too,
Yeah.
man. That's all I've been doing, working on the farm. Dustin been slaughtering turkeys and.
Oh, that's country right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eating them.
Yeah. Well, glad you're with us tonight, man. Sincerely good to see you, and I'm glad you're healthy and everything. So, how about doing another song for us?
You got it, buddy. I'm going to do Old Red because I feel like that one in Austin. Those were my first two hits, and I go back and forth on which one I feel like is a more pivotal record in my career. But since I'm actually I performed these songs at Old Red and Tishomingo, that seems appropriate. So let's do it.
Do it.
Well, I caught my wife with another man, and it cost me 99. On a present farm in Georgia, close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 2 long years. I finally made the warden my friend. So he sentenced me to a life of ease, taking care of Old Red. Now, Old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I've ever seen. He's got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You can consider yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators and the quicksand beds. But all these years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Well, I paid off the guard and I slipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. Oh, and he brought down a blue tick hound. She was pretty as she could be. Well, they pinned her up in the
swampland about a mile just south of the gate. And I take old Red for his evening run. I just drop him off and wait. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red teaching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Yeah. Now Red got real used to seeing his lady every night. So I kept him away for 3 or 4 days and waited till the time got right. Well, I made my run with the evening sun, and I smiled when I heard him turn Red out. As I was headed north to Tennessee, and old Red was headed south. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red teaching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Now there's red-haired blue ticks all in the south. Love got me in here, and love got me out.
That's my favorite.
I was about to say, yeah.
That's my favorite song. You just be quiet till you're called on again. All right? We'll get back with you in a few minutes. That was good, though. I gotta give it to you. All right, Dustin, we want something else from you now.
All right, well, I'm going to do, I was trying to figure out what to play tonight. I decided, well, I've got this song called Mama's House, and since it's Mother's Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mom, I know you're tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. She's cooking a big old ham and turkey for us tomorrow for lunch. So to all the moms out there watching, thank you guys for what you do. I hope you get to be with loved ones tomorrow. But this is, it's not about Mother's Day at all. It's about a breakup. So, but here's one called Mama's House. Let's try it out, boys. I see your face on every street, every corner, couple trees, even got a name on them. I feel your love, I hear your laugh, got them take me way on back, hurt me memories I don't want. Up and down the boulevard, in and out of every bar. I'd burn this whole town down, pick a spot, dig a hole, put them ashes in the ground. Baby, I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house. Damn girl, why'd you have to break it like that? Leaving pieces of my shattered heart scattered like glass. I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house, yeah. I wouldn't have started where we started at the downtown party where you kissed my lips and stole my beer. The city park in the dark where we looked up at the stars, watched them fireworks pop last year. I started under that Texaco sign where you said goodbye. I get some gas and drop a match right there. And I'd burn this whole town down, pick a spot, dig a hole, put them ashes in the ground. Baby, I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house. Damn girl, why'd you have to break it like that? Leaving pieces of my shattered heart scattered like glass. I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house, yeah. fire-red flames. The sunsets in the sky, going out, staying in, staying up long nights. Now I'm waking up alone, wishing I could move on. Blocked your number in my phone, thought it helped, but it don't. I'd burn this whole town down, pick a spot, dig a hole, put them ashes in the ground. Baby, I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house. Damn, girl, why'd you have to break it like that? Leaving pieces of my shattered heart scattered like glass. I'd burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house, my mama's house, yeah. Burn this whole town down if it wasn't for my mama's house.
Dustin Lynch, that's cool. Thanks, that's cool. My mama doesn't live here, so worry about that while you listen to these commercials.
Tonight's Opry performance is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Let's get back to nature.
Hey, just reading some of the comments you guys are posting. Sharon Eamon Dillon says, watching from Whitby, Ontario, Canada. Appreciate that. Chris Prada says, thanks, Blake. You are by far one of my only favorite country singers. And then finally, April Nicole says she loves the show and looks forward to every Saturday night. So thanks for sending them. If you're watching this on the stream right now, hit share so your friends can see it too. We'd really appreciate that. You know, a lot of you guys ask too what happens behind the scenes, either during commercials or before the show. And I think we all probably get here about an hour and a half before the show starts. And just before the show today, I think Dustin, Trace, and I all kind of sat around, socially distanced, of course. And Trace bought cowboy boots. Dustin did some cleaning of his land, and I got outside today. Played a little golf today. You know what I've been doing is I've been in the backyard. I got a new open face reel from Bass Pro. Shout out, John. Appreciate that. Bass Pro hooked it up big time for me, and so I've been practicing casting in the backyard. So that's what's going on here. And with Bass Pro right now, they want everybody to get outside, which is fantastic. So tonight you can win a brand new Tracker Off-Road OX400 from our friends at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Show us your family. You love your family anyway, right? You're posting them all over the place. How about you do this? Your family getting back to nature. Post a photo that shows how your kids are outside. Post it on Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag Back to Nature. And like you're literally, somebody's going to win a Tracker Off-Road OX400. When I saw this, I thought, oh, that's a fun picture. I can't wait to. They're giving this away. So just hit that hashtag. All you have to do is Back to Nature with the number 2. And again, I love being outside. I can't wait to actually. I hit up Luke Bryan. I was like, hey, let me come hit some of those ponds. I got 2 new reels, and my girlfriend's from Oklahoma, so she's a fisherwoman herself, maybe even better than I am. Also, Arkansas Keith, my stepdad, big fisherman, hooked him up with some Bass Pro gift cards. So check it out and get in on this. You can actually win this, and you have a reason to post your kids on Instagram or Facebook without everybody going, man, Sally posts her kids so much. Be like, I'm trying to win this from Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. All right, we're glad you guys are here. Still, the big surprise, which if you're just turning us on, maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but it's coming from Oklahoma in just a bit. But Blake and a special guest in just a little bit. I got to go on TV in a second, so I'm going to kind of regather myself here. So if I look weird for a second, bear with me.
Dustin, have a seat.
Hey, welcome back. We're live from the Opry here in Nashville. I'm Bobby Bones. In a minute, a special Opry moment. We'll connect live with Blake Shelton from his ranch in Oklahoma. Just a reminder, I think we all need a little more time outdoors. That's why I want to tell you again that Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's is encouraging everyone to get back to nature responsibly. Post a photo on Facebook or Instagram to show how your kids are enjoying the outdoors using the hashtag Back to Nature. One of you will be selected to win a Tracker Off-Road OX400 four-wheeler from Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. It's amazing. Love them. Here once again, Trace, Dustin, and maybe with Blake, someone very special. So you got to hang out for that. Let's go back to the stage right now from Nashville.
Welcome back to the Grand Ole Opry. It's the Trace and Dustin show.
I like the sound of that.
With Blake.
Oh, yeah.
Blake's here too.
Hi, Dustin. Hi, Dustin. Hello,
Hi.
Dustin.
You're still there.
I'm here.
Hey, listen, big doings this week. That duet you did with Gwen went #1. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's Gwen's very first country single at all, much less her first #1 country single. So she is on cloud nine. She couldn't be more excited about it. And you know how she is. She's just happy to be a part of all this stuff, So the fact that the song reacted the way it did, and I was thinking today, of my duet partners of recent. As much as I love you, Trace, I'm so much happier to be quarantined with Gwen than you.
Well, Dustin and I would like to borrow her so we could have #1s too.
Yes.
Just saying. That's the only
Red
reason.
Rover, Red Rover.
First of all, that sounds disgusting. You're never borrowing my girlfriend.
I was wondering where he was headed with that.
He knows he's sitting in the circle right now, so he has to clean it up a little bit.
Come on, man. Hey, I know something else. I hope she's excited about her Opry debut.
Yeah, she's very excited about it. They actually sent her, because we weren't able to be there because of this. They sent her little parking place thing that they give everybody for their first performance, and they sent. You've been seeing it actually, the Grand Ole Opry microphone stand, which you've been seeing in my performances, but she was just taken back by the fact that they were so kind, and I told her that it's an honor for us to have her, and you'll see what she says. She's very happy to be able to be here tonight and perform on the Grand Ole Opry. I think over the years people forget the Grand Ole Opry isn't just a building; it's a radio show, and maybe the most famous radio show of all time, and possibly maybe the longest running. I don't know,
the longest running.
Gotta be, yeah. And so saying it that way, it makes us feel better about the fact that we really are on the Grand Ole Opry tonight, even though we can't be there and be on that stage. We're still on the radio show, and we're pumped about it.
Yeah. Well, let's get to it. This is Gwen Stefani with Blake Shelton, her Opry debut, Nobody But You.
Okay, everybody, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
I've been waiting. Is this happening? Am I really on the Grand Ole Opry?
I know it. This is Gwen Stefani, everybody, and I want to say to you, as an Opry member, that very honored to have you on this show. And even though we're doing the Oklahoma Old Red Grand Ole Opry appearance because of everything that's going on, as soon as this is all over with, we've got to get you to the Opry House in Nashville and do this that way also.
That would be, this is already insane. That would be another level.
Okay. Let's do a song. Don't have to leave this town to see the world, 'cause it's something that I gotta do. I don't wanna look back in 30 years and wonder who you're married to. I wanna say it now, wanna make it clear, for only you and God to hear. When you love someone, they say you set them free, but that ain't gonna work for me. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. All the wasted days, all the wasted nights, I blame it all on being young. Got no regrets, 'cause it got me here. I don't wanna waste another one. I've been thinking about what I want in my life. It begins and ends the same. If I had to choose what I couldn't lose, there'd only be one thing. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe.
about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. Oh, I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Thank you for being here.
Awesome.
Gwen Stefani with Blake Shelton singing background vocals.
How did he pull that off? Her, by the way.
I don't know. He outkicked his coverage on that one, is all I can tell
A
you.
mile.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was ridiculous. But anyway, that's the #1 song in the country because that's how we roll on the Grand Ole Opry. So you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to do a song now that I recorded in 2012. And it was poignant then, but I think even more so now. And I just wanted to do this song because everybody needs to be reminded of what's in our DNA, where we come from and who we are. We're tough, and this too shall pass. But this is a song called Tough People Do. Back in '39, she was 26. She was the wife of a soldier trying to raise 4 kids on rationed out beans and watered down milk, trying to keep them all warm in a patchwork quilt. Well, that Great Depression ended about 1945, but Grandma lived to be 92. You see, tough times don't last, tough people do. Tough people pull themselves up by the bootstraps when they hit hard luck, and they stay strong, and they keep on fighting like they don't know how to lose. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Those talking heads on CNN say we'll never make it through the tough times we're in. Unemployment's up and the market's down, and nobody seems to know what we ought to do now. Well, I'd interrupt that program with a little headline of my own. This just in from the old red, white, and blue. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Tough people pull themselves up by the bootstraps when they hit hard luck, and they stay strong, and they keep on fighting like they don't know how to lose. Tough times don't last, tough people do. I've been out of work day 45. My bank account's about bone dry. I've been looking for a job, no luck so far, but I bought a little time when I sold my car. Well, I'll go dig a ditch if that's what it takes. Baby, somehow or another we'll get through. 'cause tough times don't last. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough people do. We'll be right back.
Tonight's Opry performance is brought to you by American Home Shield. Be sure with the Shield.
Well, I'm reading you guys' comments. You guys keep sending them along because you love the Blake and Trace back and forth as much as anyone does. Blake calling Trace hillbilly. Ha, ha, ha. I got a lot of those here. And also Cynthia Zachary Rice says, watching from Barra Verde, NL, Canada. Love the Opry. I got to be honest with you, I don't really know where that is. I did have an Ottawa Senators cap on today as I played golf outside, and a lot of people were commenting on that. A lot of my Canadian radio listeners, because my show's all through Canada too. But keep sending your messages and, keep pushing share if you're watching this on Facebook. Just a lot coming in here. Let me remind you of this too. I know I mentioned this earlier, but a lot of you guys were asking me to say it again, is that, we've been working with Verizon. You can support your favorite local business very easily. For every hashtag Pay It Forward Live shout out, tagging your favorite local business, Verizon's going to donate $10 up to $2.5 million to the Verizon Small Business Recovery Fund. So all you have to do is do hashtag Pay It Forward Live and then shout out your small business. Then people on your Facebook page will also see the business that you love. Maybe they'll remember that and go because, they're here for us. We're here for them. We're all in this together. So continue to do that. Small businesses, we got to, I mentioned earlier, you can go and pick up food curbside. My hairstylist, I'm trying to shoot a little money on Venmo between now and then. People in my life have always looked out for me. So, in this instance, I'm trying to do the same, and I hope you guys are as well. A lot of questions here about the first time that I've interviewed Blake. The thing about Blake is he doesn't live in Nashville, so when he comes to town, it's always a big scene. And I know Blake pretty well. Blake's very large. Trace is very large. When they stand beside each other, you're like, they're just two normal-sized dudes, but it's like two NFL players standing by each other. I guess the last time I spent some real time with Blake was about a year ago. I went out to his ranch. I was out there for a couple days, and that thing, it's a lot of land. There's a lot of animals. You can tour the place and see all the animals. He's got like a big video game room, and I don't want to say too much and reveal anything about Blake's place, but if you drive up to Blake's ranch, they know you're coming way before you get there. It takes a while to get there, and it's a very thin dirt road. But Blake is the best, and Gwen was there too. Had a big spread of food and just had a good night of playing music. You often wonder, do artists, when they go home, pull out the guitar and play music? In this case, they did. It was about a 3-hour-long jam session. And it oddly wasn't Blake playing his songs for the most part. It was Blake just playing songs that he loves. That's what a lot of these artists will do. They don't. I hang out with Dustin a little bit. He never pulls out his guitar and just plays Riding Roads. It's always songs that kind of inspired him. Also, let me throw a shout out to Dustin's mom who's watching, and dad, who I love, who live about an hour and a half from here, who've been on my radio show before too. So a big shout out to them as well. Glad you guys are watching and loving it. I'm loving it. Loving hearing from you guys. From the Opry in Nashville, we're going to go back to the stage. Trace, Dustin, Blake, here we go.
Welcome back to the Grand Ole Opry. I'm Trace Adkins here with my buddy Dustin Lynch, and joining us from Oklahoma live, Blake Shelton. And he's going to do one more song for us before we turn him loose. And tell them that story you were telling me a while ago.
I'm going to do one of my favorite Steve Wonder songs, maybe the favorite. It's a close call between The Weeknd and I Should Be With You, but I'm going to be doing I Should Be With You tonight just because I wanted to do something to throw back to my favorites. And Steve Wonder is one of my favorite people and also one of my favorite artists. And I texted him today and I said, hey, man, I'm going to do your song tonight on the Grand Ole Opry. And I said, my apologies if I screw up all the chords, because, Steve doesn't write 3 or 4 chords like normal people. He does all these weird tuning. He's just a guitar genius, So, and I said, man, I apologize if I screwed up. And he literally sent me the YouTube of how to learn how to play I Should Be With You. And I did watch it, and I'm so far off the mark. It's embarrassing, but I was able to, in my way, to get through the song. So anyway, that's what we're going to do now. But before I leave, I want to say thank you guys for having me on. Dustin, I love you. Trace, you know how much I love you and how much we all love the Grand Ole Opry. And thanks for having me on.
All right, Hoss.
Great seeing you, dude.
See you, man.
I met a lady on the plane to California. She reminded me so much of you. And when she asked what I was doing here, well then it hit me. Crazy things a dollar makes us do. I should be with you right now. The state that you're in, I should be holding you instead of losing my mind. Just when you need me the most, so does the coast. But I swear I'll make it up to you this time. I pass a family as they hug before departure. It just reminds me you're alone. And I hold the quarter that'll take my voice back to you. To hear you say I need you here at home. I should be with you right now. The state that you're in, I should be holding you instead of losing my mind. Just when you need me the most, so does the coast. But I swear I'll make it up to you this time. Yes, I swear I'll make it up to you this time. Love you, Steve Warner.
All right, here's Small Town Boy. I'm a dirt road in the headlights. I'm a mama's boy. I'm a fist fight. Kinda county line, kinda cold bear. Little hat down, little John Deere. Kinda give it down, I kinda don't care. You see the girl standing right there. She loves a small town boy like me. And she's my ride or die, baby. She's my cool, she's my crazy, she's my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me to the end, girl, my turning up the 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. Yeah. She likes my t-shirt, she likes my old boots, likes to slow dance to some old school. She'll take a full moon over them city nights, and I ain't scared to get all up in them bright lights. Yeah, I can smooth it out, I can stick it up. Guess that's why she can't get enough of a small town boy like me. She's my ride or die, baby. She's my cool, she's my crazy, she's my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me to the end, girl, my turning up the 10, girl. And she can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She loves a small town boy like me. Yeah, she does. Yeah, I'm a sure thing, and I'm a go-to. I'm a rock solid. She ain't gonna never lose a small town boy like me. I'm a rider type, baby. I'm a cool, I'm a crazy, I'm a laid back in the front seat. I'm so with you till the end, girl. Let's turn it up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She's my rider type, baby. She's my cool, she my crazy, she my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me to the end, girl. My turn it up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She loves a small town boy like me. Hey. Yeah, she loves a small town boy like me. A small town boy like me.
Dustin Lynch. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a couple minutes to wrap this thing up.
Tonight's Opry performance is in association with Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Hey, don't forget, one way you can support your local small business is to head to verizon.com/payitforwardlive to purchase gift cards. Again, we're all trying to help folks out here, and we're just so happy to be partnered with Verizon on this. And you can help support small businesses in your area, and so let's help them when they need it the most. We all need a little help right now. So again, verizon.com/payitforwardlive. So many people are watching this for the first time. You know, we are so excited to bring you music. We are so excited to bring you the Opry, and a special thanks to our friends at Dish for bringing the Opry stage live into your home every Saturday night on Dish Studio Channel 102. My new favorite channel. Man, this is awesome. Dish knows that the love of country music brings us all together, and so that's what we're here for. It's all about country music. You can go to dish.com/OpryLive if you want to see more about what's happening there. But Dish is working hard to keep America safe while providing viewers with, you know, the news, the information, and the Grand Ole Opry. So we're super excited about that. So at Dish, thank you very much. Man, there's so many partners here that are helping us keep the Opry going, because that's always been our goal from the start, is to keep the Opry going. I do want to throw, because next week's going to be special, here's a little message from Keith Urban right now.
Hi everyone, it's Keith Urban here. Very excited to let you know I'm coming back to play the Opry next Saturday, May 16, with a couple of very special guests, Kelsey Ballerini and Morgan Evans. I, of course, know them very well. I think Kelsey and Morgan might even know each other really well. Looking forward to it. I'll see you soon. Bye.
All right, so that's a big show. Love Keith, love Kelsey, love Morgan. Fun fact for you, well, one, Keith is awesome, but two, Kelsey opened for me on her first ever tour. Whenever she had just signed a record deal, and you know, I had just started in my comedy band, the Raging Idiots. We were playing all over the Southeast. We used to rent a car and drive from Nashville, and she would get in the back and play her guitar. I would ride passenger. My buddy Eddie, we would drive, and we would just hit Raleigh, North Carolina. We'd drive all the way up the East Coast, turn around and come back. So it's been crazy to watch Kelsey Ballerini turn into a massive star. But again, so excited that you guys are here. This is one of the most fun shows that I've been able to be a part of. Last week was great with Garth and Trisha too. So just tell your friends about it. Push share. You're watching on the stream. I'm going to go back to TV real quick. So I'm going to do this awkward thing where I readjust myself, even though I probably don't need it. All right, here we go. This has been a fantastic night of what country music is all about. Trace Adkins, Dustin Lynch, Blake Shelton from Oklahoma. Thanks and congrats to Gwen Stefani for making her Opry debut. Come back next week and hang out with me, Keith Urban, Kelsey Ballerini, Morgan Evans. It's going to be great, I promise you. I'm Bobby Bones. Here's Trace and Dustin to take you out. Nothing. I hear her from a secondary mic coming into my ear. But thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
was staring out the window. There SUV, plain saying I
Hey,
can't
we got
wait.
3 spots with no.
Way to go. And Keith Urban.
She said, I'll make my own money, and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school. And she kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. So take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her 1-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. Starts talking about babies and buying a house. Daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down, 'cause you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. So take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. 5 years later, there's a plumber working on a water heater. Dogs barking, phone's ringing, one kid's crying, one kid's screaming, and she keeps apologizing. But he says, hey, don't bother me. I've got 2 babies of my own. One's 36, the other one's 33. It's hard to believe, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times. So take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss it.
We miss our fans so much.
We do want to stay connected, though.
So tonight, we, along with our other
So a guy like me finds himself stuck somewhere between Jesus and Jones, and I guess I went bad. That's what this song's about. I'm the last one standing every Saturday night. All the rights feel wrong, wrongs feel right. But come Sunday morning, I see the light again. When I'm up on the wagon, I'm a hell of a saint. But I'll be damned if there ain't another town to paint. Just down the road, man, it's a game that I can't win. I need to find a little middle ground between letting rip and settling down. But I go from dry to drown, lost to found, stone cold sober to just plain stone. Trying to live like my heroes did is the hardest kind of living there is. A tug of war since I was a kid between Jesus and John. Wish I could find a gear between White Lightning and John 3:16. But girl, I can't promise anything right now. All I can say is I wanna change, and I'll keep the faith that you'll take the reins and hold on tight and calm this crazy down.
between letting rip and settling down. But I go from dry to drown, lost to found, stone cold sober to just plain stone. Trying to live like my heroes did is the hardest kind of living there. Been a tug of war since I was a kid between Jesus and Jones. Need to find a little middle ground between let her rip and settling down. But I go from dry to drown, lost to found, stone cold sober to just plain stone. Trying to live like my heroes did is the hardest kind of living there. I took a war since I was a kid between Jesus and Jones. Only heaven knows where I fit in between Jesus and Jones. I'll sing Jesus and Jones. Jesus and Jones. Jesus and Jones. I'll sing for Jesus and a little Jones. Jesus and Jones. Jesus and Jones. Jesus and Jones. Oh, I miss you, Jones. Talk to Jesus for me now. Jesus and Jones. Jesus and Jones. I'm gonna go be with Jesus and Jones. Yeah, Jesus and Jones.
I'll just share this with you. A couple of weeks ago, we did a show, and there was a critic there. There's critics at every show. There's one here tonight somewhere, and he'll write about this show, and he'll review it. But anyway, we did a show, and my publicist saw the review of the show, and she sent it to me, and this guy said, you know, I was doing pretty good, whatever, and then he said, Adkins did the obligatory patriotic song like I didn't really mean it, and like since I'm a country artist, I have to do a patriotic song. And I thought, you know, you can criticize your government and all that stuff. The Constitution gives you that right, but I don't work for the government, so if you start questioning my patriotism, I just might hunt you down and stomp your ass because I don't give a damn. Then nobody elect me to nothing. So I put him on the list, you know. Let me explain myself. Everyone knows I'm the hard-working, peace-loving type. I walk 1,000 miles out of my way just to keep from a fight. So make fun of the way that I talk or this hat that I wear. You can say what you want about me, see if I care. I don't care. But one slip of the tongue about my God and my mama, or this flag that I wear on my shirt, you'll see a side of me, man, that I don't think you wanna, 'cause in there's fighting words. Don't get me wrong, I swapped skin now and then in my youth. I was all for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
know. But before you go running your mouth, I think you ought to know that I still will go. Just one slip of the tongue about my God or my mama, or this flag that I wear on my shirt. You'll see a sign of me, man, that I don't think you wanna go in this fighting world. South or the north, and I ain't gonna get me worked up. But I draw the line every time when it comes to the things that I love. So one slip of the tongue about my dog or my woman or this country that I proudly serve. You'll see a sign of me, man, that you down so don't wanna. Review that. Telling me I'm not on fire, you're just preaching to the choir. I've gotten dull as old barbed wire from living. Last night I watched the evening news. It was the same old nothing new. Should have cut me right in two, but it didn't. And I don't know why it didn't. I just wanna feel something, something that's real, something that moves me, that proves to me I'm still alive. I want a heart that beats and bleeds, a heart that's busting at the seams. I wanna care, I wanna cry, I wanna scream. I just wanna feel something. If you're telling me that's just how it is, I don't buy it. 'Cause once I was kissed by a red-headed girl with cherry lips on her porch when I was 16. And I felt it somewhere in my soul, and time stood still and I couldn't let go. I can't tell 'cause I don't know how I got so cold. When did I get so cold? I just wanna feel something, something that's real, something that moves me, that proves to me I'm still alive. Run my fingers through your fingers, cross your face and through your hair, and close my eyes and breathe you in like air. I just wanna feel something. I hate that I'm jaded and I may cry. Still you stick around me, only God knows why. Damn it, all the hell I'm done, 'cause I don't like what I've become. So come here, baby, come here, baby. I just wanna feel something, something that's real, something that moves me, that proves to me I'm still alive. Run my fingers through your fingers, cross your face and through your hair, and close my eyes and breathe you in like air. I just wanna feel, I just wanna feel something. Baby, help me feel something. Help me, baby.
Got a corner lot on Dogwood Drive. A year-old truck and a 9-to-5. Comes home at night to a pretty wife with a baby due. He'll sleep in on Saturday, cut the grass if it don't rain. After church, he'll watch the game and have a beer or two. He'll stand up when he hears the anthem, and that won't ever change. He's still a soldier, his blood runs red, white, and blue. He's put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. His last breath will always be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's on his couch for the news at 10. He'll see those places that he's been, and when a brother falls, a part of him does too. And if they call and needed him back, oh, he'd be on that plane. 'Cause he's still a soldier, his blood runs red, white, and blue. He's put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. His last breath will always be a soldier. He don't wake up anymore when he hears thunder. Oh, but even if he lives to be 100, he'll still be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. That his last breath will always be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's still a soldier. So we've done a lot of USO tours, and we've always gone over there. And I wasn't looking for cheap applause. What I was going to say was, we very seldom do we ever get to go where the Marines are, and they don't get to come where we are. And they're always in a real hot area, so they don't let us go there. And so I was thinking about the kid that lives next door to my farm in Tennessee, and he's done 2 tours over there. He's a Marine, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna do a song expressly for the Marine Corps. I'm gonna see if I can write something that will be for them, and this is the best I could do. He sat in that long line of barber chairs, and the sergeant asked him, "Son, would you like to keep your hair?" And he said, "Yes, sir," as he heard those clippers buzz and hum. And the sergeant said, "Well, hold out your hands, 'cause here it comes. Semper Fi, do or die, so gung-ho to go and pay the price. So here's to leathernecks, devil dogs and jarheads, and Paris Island in July. Semper Fi." in my bed instead of a foxhole. I've never heard my boss tell me to lock and load. Ain't no bullet holes in the side of my SUV, 'cause the kid next door just shipped out overseas. Yeah, simplify, do or die. So gung-ho to go and pay the price. So here's to leathernecks, devil dogs and jarheads, and Paris Island in July. Semper Fi. To the few that wear the dress blues with haircut high and tight, and proud to be the first ones in the fight. Yeah, Semper Fi. To leathernecks, devil dogs and jarheads, and Paris Island in July. Never leave a man behind. A Marine for life. Semper Fi. Hats off to the Corps. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, kid lives next door to me. His mama hates me. I got drunk and ran over her mailbox one day. That was a long time ago, too. She still ain't got over it. I fixed it and everything. Hello, Birmingham. Good evening. It's good to be with you tonight. Thank you for coming out. So as you can see, we're going to do this a little different. If you've been to my other shows where I come out romping and stomping right off the get-go, that's not how we do this one. That first song was a song that I wrote sitting on the deck, the back deck of my cabin. I just wrote about what I saw. So see how simple that is. Stupid people can write songs and just write about what you're seeing. I can smell that fresh coffee beginning to brew from the swing on this deck, with a heck of a view of the sun burning steam off the lake and the dew off the ground. Weatherman's calling for clear as can be, and I believe that he's right, 'cause my stubborn left knee is feeling awful dang good, and that's just what I'm needing right now. So don't bring me the paper, don't turn on the news. If it'll fire me up, keep it away from my fuse. If the world's going to hell, let it go, I'll just blow it a kiss. Don't wanna think
just blow it a kiss. I don't wanna think about things like that on days like this. Days like this. On days like this. Not today. They say the clock and boys out of home. I found a limo driver just to take me to the show. I'm gonna make some plans for later on tonight. I found a little queen and I can treat her right. But what's your name? Little girl, what's your name? I'm shooting straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? Back at the hotel, Lord, we got such a mess. It seemed that one of the crew had to go with one of the dead. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the police said I couldn't drink in the bar. What a shame. Why don't you come upstairs, girl? We'll have a drink of champagne. What's your name? Little girl, what's your name? I'm shooting you straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? What's your name? Little girl, what's your name? Shooting you straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? Yeah, do the same. What's your name? Little girl, what's your name? I'm shooting you straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? It's 9 o'clock the next day. I gotta go. I got 500 miles to drive to do another country music show. Could I get you a limo home? 'Cause it was that grand. And when I come back here next year, I wanna see you again. What's your name? Little girl, what's your name? I'm shooting you straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? What was your name? Little girl, what's your name? I'm shooting you straight. Little girl, won't you do the same? Yeah, what's your name, baby? What's your name? My name's Trace Adkins. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. God bless and keep you. Take care of yourself now. Ain't nobody else gonna do it, okay? Thank you so much.